myself was just making one pitch after another. And thankfully tonight we got one pitch.
Alex, you said you're prepared probably to face Wells there, and obviously they switch with Trevino. How does that switch on you at all?
We go over the scouting reports definitely, and there was him and then one or two others that maybe could have gone in, but I knew what I was getting myself into. The matchup for myself, I thought it was good. I understand why they did it and whatnot, and that's the game of baseball. And yeah, we're on to the next. We got two more.
And for you personally, I missed this, but bases loaded, 2 outs, the chance to save the World Series game. What was that like for you?
Unbelievable. It's living out a childhood dream, that's for sure. And I said earlier, 2.5 weeks ago, if you would ask me, hey, would you be doing this? I probably would have told you I would have been on the IL. And I just can't thank the training staff enough for getting me right and helping me and putting me in a good position to be successful and just be healthy.
And lastly, Yamamoto going 6 1/3, going into 7th.
I did call it earlier in the training room. I had a really good feeling that he was going to get into the 7th inning tonight. And I was telling a couple of trainers, a couple of guys, I said my feeling was right. So it was awesome, man. He is a true competitor. And the way he goes about his craft is something like nobody else. And he has so much success doing it, and I have a lot of respect for him.
What's an example of how Yamamoto goes about his craft?
So when I get into the gym, right, I'm lifting weights, stretching, I'm doing plyometric exercises. Yamamoto's he does a lot more stretching. He does a lot more. It's more yoga. Mookie has talked about it actually a couple times, and it is different with his back bends and how flexible he is. But if you look at how his mechanics and stuff move, that's why he's as good as he is. It works for him. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this offseason I'll try, but for where I'm at in my career, I don't know if completely turning it all over to what he does. I don't know if that would work for me. But I definitely ask questions and I definitely take notes. And when I first in spring training, when we first met, I did try doing a couple of the back bends and stuff. Really hard, and like I said, I got a lot of respect for it.
You mentioned the training staff deserves a lot of credit. Can you explain what you went through in those 2 weeks between the division series and getting ready for the World Series?
So, with the intercostal, we'll call it just inflammation. It was sore. It was, I had a hard time, moving around and whatnot. So for them to basically massage and keep everything, loose and get the inflammation out of there, for me it was a little bit outside of my realm. And they just said, trust us. All right. And every single day it got significantly better. And the biggest confidence boost was I was able to throw my bullpen on that Sunday, and that was I gave pretty much everybody a hug because I didn't think it was possible for me to bounce back that quickly. So it's definitely I do give them a lot of credit.
And so many players from outside the organization in your bullpen, what is it that allows guys to have success here? Because you got guys that have been released, you got guys who weren't prospects. Why is it that the Dodgers bullpen is successful?
I think it's Andrew and Gomes. They find the needle in the haystack, right? And then you have Mark and Connor and Bardo that take their strengths, whatever it may be, right? And tell them that, hey, these are your strengths. This is what we notice. This is what we like. Here are your weaknesses. And then they make the weaknesses into strengths, right? For myself, personally, I came in here with just knowing that I threw a good fastball. And now you see that I have a slider, something that I've worked on for the past 4 years. And it is a work in progress, and sometimes it comes, quicker than others and whatnot, but take example Bam, right? Comes in and we know his sinker, he throws hard and everything like that, and now he's throwing a slider, and it's unbelievable, how quickly he's evolved this year, and that it's the coaching staff, it's just they are very good at what they do. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, the dream of any pitcher is to close out the World Series. How quickly can you appreciate appreciate the moment, but you you're hit a bit of a jam to start.
Unbelievable. I lost of words.
Yeah.
Lost of words. I checked my phone for 2 seconds. That was the first time. My wife,
Yeah.
my mom, and my dad. They all three of them both said loss of words. You know,
Yeah.
that's something that we have all. You know, it's not just a myself dream, right? This is my family that has been with me for literally since I was a little kid in Little League. You know, this is a huge accomplishment for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, I have all my family in the stands. You know, this is something that we're going to be able to talk about for literally the rest of our lives.
Finally, these last 2 weeks for you, from finding out obviously because of the injury you couldn't be in the championships, to being able to close out Game 2 of the World Series. I mean, how crazy has these last 2 weeks been for you?
Very, very hectic. But it's a team win, right? And for all I wanted to do, right, was be as healthy as I possibly can to give the team the best chance to win a game. You know, out of the bullpen, you never know what you're going to come in the 5th, you're going to come in the 11th, right? That's the unknown. We embrace it down there. We love the chaos.
Yeah.
Our group is so unique, man, and yeah, it's great.
Really quick, your family, like everyone knows your family. Your dad's sort of like a big figure. Rob Lowe, I don't know why he was the first one to congratulate him. How important is your family to your journey?
They have been by my side since day one.
Yeah.
You know, they definitely pushed me to try to conquer this goal. Going to Division II out of high school on a scholarship was something that I wanted to do for them, to help them pay for, you know, because they couldn't pay for schooling. College is expensive.
Yeah.
So, you know, all of this has just been amazing, and yeah, I can't thank them enough.
Awesome. Thanks,